Very warm start to our morning. It's kind of a sign of pattern changes are happening, working a little bit more of that southerly wind, and as well, just summer is slowly just around the corner. The first day of summer is heading into this week. 75 though, walking out the door, 73% on that humidity. That's going to stick with us for a little bit by the time we head into the next couple days. A bit of that south-southeasterly wind this morning, around 6 miles an hour. We're going to be working with a bit of a mix of a southerly to kind of southeasterly wind, around 5 to 15 periodically throughout the day. Maybe that occasional gust up to 20 miles per hour could be expected. Here's that system that did bring that closest to storms out into the big country and Concho Valley yesterday. Some gusty winds that were associated with that, but that system is going to move off into the east now. High pressure is going to begin taking control here into West Texas, getting us very warm when it comes into those temperatures. Radar is nice and clear right now, not much in the way of cloud cover, working with a lot of blue skies out there this morning. We're going to see a little bit more of those warmer temperatures by the time we head into your afternoon. This is 6 p.m. for our Monday. Maybe an isolated stray storm or shower off into the west, maybe a small rumble of thunder, but I'm not really anticipating much with it, more so into southeastern Mexico and towards our higher terrain by the time we head into those evening hours. Heading into our Tuesday though, this is where a little bit more of a caveat into the forecast is going to be. Still working similar conditions heading into our morning, but I do anticipate temperatures will be warmer into our Tuesday. We're going to have a bit of an increase with those winds, and they will be coming in from the south around southeast, and this time around we're going to be working a little bit more of a southerly wind around 10 to 20 miles an hour. Those gusts may be up to 25 to 30 miles an hour, all thanks to the surface low that is going to push off into the east, have a little bit of a dry line associated with it, and then we'll see a little bit of influence from a frontal zone. There is a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk along into the eastern portions of the basin into the big country and Concho Valley, but I do anticipate a lot of us could be under a capped environment, so I think storms could have a little bit of a harder time to initiate, but I think the greater wind energy and storm energy is going to be into those areas of yellow. But the storms that do initiate could see some gusty winds up to 60 miles an hour and maybe held up into that quarter size, but right now I think it is just an overall low chance and something we're keeping an eye on heading into our Wednesday. Then we're going to work with those breezy conditions heading into our Monday, but I think it is going to be a little bit more breezy into the overnight, stretching into our Tuesday, especially for our Tuesday evening into the big country of Concho Valley along into those eastern portions of the basin. Dry line's going to be pushing out. We'll work with more moisture. It's just going to be an overall kind of muggy day heading into our Tuesday with those warmer temperatures even into the overnight hours as well. Just keep in mind for those overnight commuters if you are going to be out working. 71 into Big Lake for your temperature walking out the door, 75 out into Midland, working with those kind of cooler temperatures into the big country of Concho Valley into those 70s and 60s. 97 into Ozona for your high today, 100 in Big Spring, 101 out into Midland, 97 out into Coleman, 98 into Albany, a little bit more of those kind of cooler temperatures into Mason at 94 degrees. We're going to work with some cooler temperatures eventually into the forecast by the time we head into the later parts ending into the week. A little bit more of those kind of mid to lower 90s into the forecast, with that first day of summer being heading into our Friday with more 90-degree temperatures again by our weekend. We'll be back after the break.